Hi everybody and welcome back to this third installment of this basic HTML course. I'm Web Dev Nick. We're going to carry on where we left in the last lesson and continue to build out this city marketing website. So this is a landing page for a fictional marketing company we've made up. So yeah, let's get stuck in. We're going to jump back into the head section again this time, and we're going to create a meta tag. And this is going to tell each device that loads our website how to display our website. Now, I'll be honest, I usually copy and paste this in from a previous project, so because you find this line of code pretty much on every website you visit. If we actually, let's jump onto a website. Okay, W3 Schools, been talking about these guys a lot. If we right click, we can see at the top there, we've got that meta description, name, viewport, content width equals device width, initial scale 1. So that is the same as what we've got. Let's check out another site, see if we can find it as well. Oh, they've got everything on one line. Okay, but you got meta, name, viewport, content width, initial scale 1. Okay, so like I said, you find this on every site pretty much, and what it's doing is it's just telling the device that the width of this website should be the same as the device width, and the initial scale should be set at 1. So every mobile phone, laptop, computer screen, their tablets, they're all different sizes. This little bit of metadata just tells it to fill out the screen and set the zoom at 0 at number 1. Okay, so we're going to add that meta tag in. The second one I'm going to add in is for the little picture you see on the tab. So up here we got the little YouTube icon. And we've got a little DuckDuckGo on here, so we haven't actually got one on ours yet, so we're going to put one of those in. These are known as Favicons or Favicons. So we can do this by adding it as a link. The type is equals to an icon. I believe, or the relationship actually, sorry, is an icon. The type is an image. So we're going to have type equals to image, and generally you'd use a JPEG just because they're smaller, but in my example I realized I got a PNG, so I'm using a PNG. And then you say the destination, so is it on your local computer or is it somewhere on the internet? In my example it's somewhere on the internet, so I'm just going to copy the link to my little picture. You can get your own picture, or you can go to my GitHub account, which will be in the description. And you can access all the code for these lessons and for this course on my GitHub account. So you can find it there if you don't want to find your own. So that should give us a little icon, I'm hoping, at the top of our page. If I refresh this, now you can see we've got our icon there, but for some reason our name's disappeared. So I probably deleted something somewhere. That title is there. Okay, so it's probably missing the end, I think. Is it a self-closing tag, a link? I believe so. So let's check that out. And there we've got a little image, and we've got our title back. Okay, so that's how you add the favicon in there, or the favicon. The next thing we're going to do is add another bit of information in this head, and this is going to be for the icons that we're going to add. So we're going to have an icon here, and down here we was going to have our social icons as well. So there's a great website called Font Awesome. It's widely used for web development and web design, and there's thousands of different fonts on there. So they're really cool. Not fonts, sorry, little icons. You can get lots of different icons, okay? So the website is fontawesome.com. These days you have to actually put your email address in, and then they'll send you a link, I believe. And then once you get that link, you'll get given a bit of text, which you can copy mine, it doesn't really matter. I've got it here somewhere. It's actually a script, is what we call a script, and we'll get onto scripts a little bit later when we're doing JavaScript. So this is a script, and the source is Font Awesome, and that means that we can use anything from the Font Awesome library. So when someone loads this HTML file, this script is going to get pulled from Font Awesome, and then we can use what we need from it, basically. So once you're on Font Awesome, you can click on icons, and the one I've got for this lesson is actually on the top line here, so it's easy to find. So if we click on that icon, and then it's going to generate this bit of HTML. So we can just click that, it'll copy that to the clipboard. Oop. And then we can come down to our icon where we were going to have an icon. Paste that in. And if we go back to our site, we should see that little icon there. So there it is. So while we're here, let's grab the other icons that we were going to use. We're going to have a Facebook one. And I think I'll go for the square ones. So there's a HTML again. And down the bottom here in our footer section, we were going to have social media links in the footer section. And what you'll start to learn with Font Awesome is you can do this stuff yourself. So if I put Instagram in there, and then do it again for, let's do Pinterest. Oop. And let's see if they work. Okay, yeah, so down the bottom here we've got Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook. So if you imagine that's going to be the footer section for this website, on the left here we're going to have web design by web dev Nick, and on the right over here we're going to have these social media icons. So this is going to be one div and this will be another div, and they'll both be inside the footer section. Okay, so that's how you get icons in. The other thing I was going to do in this lesson, I'm not going to make it as long as the other ones because they tend to be dragging on a little bit, so I'm going to add a YouTube video here. And the way we can add a YouTube video is by going to YouTube. I found this corporate video, so it's just a generic 1 minute 12 video. So if we come down here to share and then click on embed, move my head out the way, YouTube gives us this iframe, so you might recognize that as looking like a HTML tag, and we've got a closing iframe tag there. So if we click copy, come back to our website, YouTube video goes here, so I'm just going to Control V and paste that in, and let's save that and jump back on the website, make sure it's there, and there's the YouTube video. So this is how you embed a YouTube video onto your website. So I'll leave the YouTube video like that at the minute. There are options if you're thinking about doing this yourself, look into this, but there are options such as autoplay, picture in picture, you can have it full screen. There's a few little options. You can even have options to start it at different points and to take away the controls as well. So look into that further if you're thinking about doing it, but basically that's how we've got a YouTube video into our website. So I think I'm going to leave it there for this lesson. Because the next lesson we are going to build a contact form, which we've got down here somewhere. We've got this contact form, so that's a little bit more involved, so I'll take a little bit more time on that. So I think for this lesson I'll leave it here. Hopefully you found it useful, and now you can embed icons, you can embed YouTube videos, and you can also set the scale for your website, which is a vital thing to be able to do. So I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video, and I will see you in the next one.